and welcome to Lead to Excel podcast, where we empower professionals like you to excel in your career and professional life. Our podcast uses insights from neuroscience to help you deliver results by learning to work smarter, be in control of your brain, manage yours and others' emotions, change behaviors, flourish, and exceed expectations. Today, we'll be discussing how to deal with difficult bosses, how to manage upwards and not just survive, but thrive. So, if you're struggling with a difficult boss or you're looking to improve your working relationship, stay tuned for valuable insights and actionable advice. Let's start with understanding difficult bosses. Dealing with a difficult boss can be a significant challenge. First, it's important to recognize the different types of difficult bosses that you might encounter. The first are the micromanagers. These bosses have trouble delegating tasks and giving their employees autonomy. They may feel the need to control every aspect of their team's work. Then you have the poor communicators. Some bosses struggle to convey their expectations and priorities effectively. This can lead to misunderstandings and unproductive working relationships. Then you have the overly critical bosses who focus on the negative aspects of the employees' work, which can demoralize their team and hinder their growth and development. Understanding the reasons behind these kind of behaviors can help you approach the situation more effectively. Their actions can stem from insecurities, lack of experience, or even personal issues. For example, a micromanaging boss may have experienced failure in their past due to a lack of control, while an overly critical boss might struggle with their own self-esteem and project their insecurities onto the employees. It's also crucial to acknowledge your own feelings and emotions when dealing with a difficult boss. You might experience frustration, anger, or even fear. Recognizing these emotions will help you address them and improve your relationship with your boss. In addition, reflecting on your own behaviors and communication style can help you identify any areas where you might be contributing to the problem, allowing you then to be able to take responsibility and make positive changes. By understanding the different types of difficult bosses and the reasons behind their behavior, you'll be better equipped to navigate these challenges and develop strategies to improve your working relationship. One key area is to be able to leverage on neuroscience, because understanding the science behind stress and decision-making will help you manage your own emotions and enable you make better choices when dealing with a difficult boss. The amygdala, which is in the emotional part of the brain, is responsible for the fight or flight response, which can cause us to react impulsively and emotionally in stressful situations. Meanwhile, the prefrontal cortex is involved in rational thinking and decision-making. So, by learning about these brain functions, you'll be able to manage your stress and make better decisions when dealing with a difficult boss. So here are some neuroscience-backed techniques to help you manage stress and improve decision-making. Firstly, practicing mindfulness and meditation. This will help you calm your mind and enable you gain perspective. It will help you stay grounded and present rather than becoming overwhelmed by stress and anxiety. Engaging in deep breathing exercises will also enable you reduce stress and anxiety. Taking deep breaths can activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which promotes relaxation and reduces the impact of stress on your body. Make sure you get enough sleep and exercise to enable you maintain a healthy balance in your life. Exercise can help reduce stress and improve moods, while sleep is crucial for maintaining cognitive function and emotional stability. Creating new neural pathways can help you respond positively to difficult situations and improve your relationship with your boss. And if you've listened to my podcast, you will hear me always talk about the importance of learning how to rewire your brain. One way to do this is to engage in positive self-talk and visualization. For example, instead of dwelling on negative thoughts about your boss or even the situation, try to focus on positive outcomes and constructive actions that you can take to improve this situation. By leveraging on these neuroscience techniques, you'll be able to manage your emotions and make more rational, constructive decisions when dealing with a difficult boss. Emotional intelligence is a vital skill for managing relationships with difficult bosses, and there are 4 key components to consider. Self-awareness is your ability to understand your emotions and triggers to avoid reacting impulsively. Recognizing your own emotions and behaviors will help you develop greater control and enable you respond more thoughtfully in challenging situations. Self-regulation is your ability to manage your emotions and reactions by staying calm and composed. This can involve techniques like the deep breathing, which we've mentioned about previously, or taking a step back to gather your thoughts before responding. Empathy is also so important. Put yourself in your boss's shoes and understand their emotions and their perspective. This will enable you approach the situation with greater compassion and understanding, and may even help you identify potential solutions to the underlying issues. Relationship management is also very important. Being able to build a positive and productive working relationship by communicating assertively and effectively and providing constructive feedback is so important. Effective communication is key to managing difficult relationships, and by providing feedback that is specific, actionable, and constructive, you'll be able to help your boss understand your perspective and work collaboratively to find solutions. In the training at the Mindset Academy on emotional intelligence for leadership, I go into a lot of detail on how to communicate effectively, because you find that a lot of times we communicate the way we are, forgetting that the person we are communicating to is wired differently. So what they're hearing most times might be different from what you're actually saying. So they're understanding it based on how their own brain is wired. So if you want to know more, I'll put a link in the description for you to check out the course on emotional intelligence for leadership. By applying emotional intelligence, you can better manage your own emotions and reactions, as well as understand and communicate with your boss more effectively. Now that you're equipped with the knowledge and tools to deal with a difficult boss, it's time to put them into practice. Here are some actionable steps to enable you improve your working relationship. Start by assessing your current relationship with your boss and identify areas for improvement. Take a step back and evaluate your current working relationship. Identify the areas of the relationship that need improvement, including communication, expectations, feedback, and the overall tone of the relationship. Then determine your goals for dealing with your boss and create a plan to achieve them. Once you've identified the areas that need improvement, determine your own goals for dealing with your boss. Your goals must be specific, they must be measurable, they must be actionable, and they must connect to you emotionally. Creating a plan to achieve these goals will help you stay focused and on track. Set boundaries and expectations to enable you to achieve a more productive and healthier work environment. It's important to set clear boundaries with your boss to establish a healthy working relationship, but this must be done in a very sensitive way. This could include setting expectations for communication, and it's really getting them to understand you, but most importantly, you also understanding them. It could include boundaries like feedback, how they give you feedback, but most importantly, remembering to reflect on how you receive feedback. Do you find that you struggle to receive feedback? If you do, the issue might not necessarily be with your boss. It could be you that needs to work on yourself to view feedback as something positive. The way it's being delivered might not be right, but it's you training yourself to take the information and not let the emotion or the way it was delivered impact you. And to be honest, a lot of this you can achieve by working with a coach if you can't do it yourself. And I'll be so glad to have a conversation with you to get you started. I've also put a link in the description for you to book a free consultation with me to just have a chat and understand yourself, how you are wired and how you process things first and foremost. Another boundary that you can set is workload, but it's really having that conversation with your boss in terms of your workload, how you work, how you manage your time. Because if you don't, your expectations will be different from your boss's expectations, and this is where conflict could arise. Be assertive and communicate your needs in a respectful and professional manner. This is so important. Regularly practicing these techniques will help you manage your emotions and enhance communication with your boss effectively. Dealing with a difficult boss can be a long and challenging journey, and it's essential to stay persistent and patient throughout the process. Change takes time, and it's important to remember that improving your relationship with your boss will not happen overnight. Celebrating small victories along the way will help you stay motivated and focused on your goals. Take note of any improvements in communication, feedback, or overall working relationships with your boss. Recognize and appreciate your efforts, no matter how small they may be. Refining your strategies is also crucial to making progress. What works for one person may not work for another, and it's important to be flexible and adapt your approach as needed. Reflect on what has worked and what hasn't, and make adjustments to your plan accordingly. Maintaining a positive mindset is also essential for staying persistent and patient. A positive attitude will help you overcome obstacles and setbacks and keep you motivated to achieve your goals. So practice gratitude and focus on the positive aspects of your job, such as the skills and experience that you're gaining. Remember that improving your relationship with your boss is not just about them, it's also about you. By improving your communication skills, emotional intelligence, and resilience, you're setting yourself up for success in your current and future roles. So, thank you once again for joining me on Lead to Excel podcast. I really hope that you found this episode valuable in helping you deal with a difficult boss to enable you manage upwards and thrive using neuroscience and emotional intelligence skills. Remember, you have the power to create positive change and improve your working relationships. Keep practicing these techniques and you'll be on your way to excelling in your career and personal life. Please feel free to reach out and share your experiences, your challenges, and triumphs with us on our social media channels. We're always eager to hear from our listeners and learn from your journeys. If you found this episode helpful, please share it with your friends, colleagues, and anyone who may benefit from this information. Your support helps us continue to provide valuable content and empowers others to excel in their careers and personal lives. Once again, thank you for tuning in to Lead to Excel podcast. I look forward to bringing you more insightful episodes in the future. Keep striving to grow, and until next time, lead to excel. Okay, 3 things before we finish today. Have you subscribed to this podcast? If you haven't, make sure you click that subscribe button wherever you listen to this podcast, because once you subscribe, you will not miss an episode. And as usual, if you have a topic you would love me to speak about or bring a guest on, do let me know by leaving a review. Finally, do have a fantastic week. And remember that you are limitless. So I look forward to seeing you in our next episode. Bye for now.